If you're trying to figure out what matters in the new year, listen. The Jamaal Bethea Show. 7 minutes, one idea. You know, something I feel like I kind of fought for a long time, maybe even from a standpoint and not truly always understanding, was how to build systems. You know what I mean? One thing I think most people don't realize is there's a staunch difference between the way a regular everyday person thinks and the way a high level business executive they think very different, right? I know sometimes regular everyday people who try to start initiatives kind of feel like, well, if I do it and it doesn't work right away, this is some kind of omen from the universe or God, whoever you observe and worship, that maybe this isn't what's meant to be. Meant to be. And it's funny because I feel like people use meant to be far too much. A lot less, life is a lot less about what's meant to be and a lot more about what you build, what you create, right? And so I think there's a difference in the way people think at different levels. And for me personally, I was always like a lump sum kind of person. So if I owed somebody money, I want to wait until I have all of it so I can be impressive. Here's all your money. Here's $1,000. But the problem was I was not dependable. I wasn't reliable because when I didn't have much money, okay, how long exactly is it going to take you to even get $1,000? And now people calling you, where the money at? And I'm mad. I know I owe you the money. And they like, so then give me the money. Like, what do you want me to say to you? But it was because, and people will say things, but I was hard headed at times in my life, right? Like we all can be. Hey man, just give me a little bit here, a little bit there. And I'm like, man, a little $20 ain't gonna do nothing. But $20 enough times at some point, all you owe is $20. You know what I'm saying? Because let's be honest, if you stack $1,000 and you have to give it away, damn, I just lost $1,000. Versus giving 20, giving 20, giving 20, giving 20. And before you know it, all you owe is 20. So that alongside that, if you stack $1,000, I have $1,000 and all I owe is 20. Versus I have 1,000 and I owe 1,000. So like compounding, right? So compounding is very important. Like I finally lately got back into my workout regimen and I'm proud of myself. But again, I wanted to run as fast as possible. Like I heard Kevin Samuels and some other business guys say one key cog in business is speed. So I'm like, yeah, I want to run as fast as possible. I want to get as much done as possible. I want results as fast as possible. Yeah, but no, because at the end of the day, a lot of the time, people who want to do things fast, they lack attention span. They lack patience. So when you lack patience, you might get a lot accomplished very quick. But what happens when it gets boring or you don't feel like you see, okay, this happened great, but after that it slowed down. No, I'm no longer interested. I don't do it no more. That's the power of compounding. 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. That's 100. Boom. 20, 20, 20. So it's more about compounding. I had to realize that. So instead of, hearing some people around the internet and different fitness people say, when you do your different reps, let's say you're doing dumbbells, right? 20-pound, 30-pound dumbbells. Do it until your arms can't go anymore. Yeah, that's burnout. You know what I'm saying? And that's not wrong, but that also may be something to build to. Systems, right? So that's what I had to learn. Okay, you know what, Jamaal, maybe it's a great thing that you can do 3 sets of dumbbell curls, 20 each in your arms, yeah, okay, great. But what if I told you to do 10, 10, and 10? And I'm just like, 10? I can do more than 10. But it's compounding. Stop trying to get the results as fast as possible and build a system. So now every single day, I do 2 sets of 10. And I was like, man, this is not going to get me where I want. But it was because I was thinking as fast as I want. I wasn't thinking, what are my arms going to look like in 30 days when I've been doing 2 sets of 10 every day? See, this is the iPhone impact. The iPhone concept is probably a better word. If you look at the iPhone 17 Pro Max and you've been using iPhones for years, you might say to yourself, I don't really see that much being different. Why do people buy this? Why do people buy this phone? It's compounding because let's be honest, you could go back to the iPhone 12 Pro Max. It's going to look essentially the same and operate essentially the same as like the 17 Pro Max. But when you really look back, the cameras are different, the quality is different, the speed is different, right? So when you really look back, you see the compounded change over time. And there's a whole nother reason why the iPhone is the king of simple technology. Like, most people aren't tech enthusiasts. They don't care if the phone can unzip a shirt. Like, they don't care. Is the call quality good? Does the battery last? What is the camera like? It's simplicity. Apple gave the average, regular, everyday person high-level tech. I'm a tech enthusiast. I have a Xiaomi 14T Pro right now. I don't even have an iPhone. I'm going back to it, soon. The point is, I'm a tech enthusiast. I might care about my phone, being an IR blaster so I could use it as a remote. I might care about my phone allowing a video to be wallpaper. Most people don't care about that. Who cares? Especially people who do business. I don't have time to sit and tinker with this and pull this apart, and it might be cool, but most people just don't care. So what did Apple really do? They built a business around compound change over time. That iPhone 12 Pro Max does not perform or do some of the things as a 17 Pro Max. Compounding. That's the benefit of building out a system. Like I did with my working out. Building out a system. Same thing I'm doing with recording now that I'm really back to recording. Ironically, it's February 1st. January, I still had some kinks to work out, some emotional things to push past. It's February. Here I am, right? I've built a system. I record on these days. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I post on those days. And now I have everything I need to really go forward. So at the end of the day, build systems. Compounding is what you really want to do. Build systems.